Yeah, I'm sure she's probably seen and heard that before. Because she is a very, very beautiful woman.
She is.
I mean, no,
she is,
sitting
but she's not like the
sitting
type that's
outside
like
with
model.
her. Yeah, but I mean, she is to me though, man. Like they did her natural beauty is kind of masked in the very, very early parts of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and then by about midway through, she becomes a total badass. And I mean, she was a knockout. And I mean, it's funny because even now, I mean, she's still gorgeous. And I tell her every time we go out and hang out. I mean, we went and ate at the the Loveless Cafe, and I was like, oh, sitting next to her eating, sharing, food and biscuits and all this kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. And man, she's great people. She loves her Nightmare fans, that's for sure.
She's cool on our podcast too. Sweet lady. Awesome. So yeah, that would mean that Blake, I guess Vic, you're up at number 2. I'm sorry.
Well, my number 2 is a movie that Travis apparently hates and doesn't want to rank it. It's The Predator, man. Predator's
Hey,
horror.
man. Well, you hate it because it's not your number 1, so suck it.
That'll mean, hey, this is in my top 10, shithead.
It's not horror. Because the people said so. I gotta go with the people sometimes.
You know
what
I think about people. I think
the people are stupid.
The people are that chick that was calling in earlier. That's who you're deciding with.
Probably. What can I say?
It's all good, buddy. It's all good. We know you would have had a number 1, and you just didn't think it was fair to everybody else.
No, it wouldn't have been a fair list either, because Predator is literally one of my top 5 favorite movies. Let's see. It goes, number 1 is Trick or Treat. Number 2 is Fight Club. Number 3, probably Jaws. Number 4, Predator. Sin City, somewhere around there. Goddamn. I love all these movies.
I don't know.
Office Space.
Fight Club being
I love Fight Club, dude. You know why? Because it's like, Corey should love it too, because it's like anti-woman. And anti-consumerism, which is weird because I'm all about it. So I don't know. Maybe I just need a break from the real world is what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm totally going to miss goal for the second straight month. Like, way off.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I'm going to miss goal.
I'm surprised. I figured you guys were killing it. Or they just have really high goals. All right, Blake, you're up at number 2.
I was laughing because my wife showed me this picture. She took a picture of her phone while I was in here with her, and apparently, according to Twitter, Satan started following her on Twitter. So, there you go.
Sweet. Jason Voorhees follows me.
Yeah, Michael Myers follows me, and I don't understand why. He needs to take that shit elsewhere. No, I love me some Dick Warlock, man. I do. I also love the fact that Tom Atkins hollers at you every time he sees you.
Hey, Travis. Oh, fuck. What?
My number 2 is a really weird movie because, I guess I'm just a really weird guy. Hellraiser. Frank Cotton skinned alive, gratuitous sex, violence. You open the box, we came. I mean, you can't. Doug Bradley is to Hellraiser. Doug Bradley is to Hellraiser what Robert Englund is to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I always would say this, is that I would compare Doug Bradley and his charisma to like Bela Lugosi and his presence. You know what I mean?
Or Boris Karloff's presence, even. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's kind of a different thing. Like, I can't explain it. Doug Bradley has a certain charisma, at least in that role, and it's pretty fantastic. I love it. Like I said, I'm not. You got to kind of scrutinize these movies to put a list together. So if it feels like I'm knocking Hellraiser, I'm really not. I'm just trying to come up with a way to rank one movie over another, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, you're rationalizing for other people that maybe don't see it the way that we see it. They don't have that connection to it that we have. So I get it.
So, Vic and Blake, let's see how good you are. How much attention have you paid to me tonight? What do you think that I have at number one?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Okay, what about you, Blake? Any idea?
You have Jaws the Revenge at number one. I'm kidding. Man, I don't know. I don't want to say that I could for sure nail it down because you surprised me before. So I'm not going to answer.
My number one actually is Evil Dead 2. And
What
did you say, Vic?
I said, oh yeah, shit, duh. I was trying to think of what you didn't have, and I forgot about that.
I go back and forth whether I like Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 better, because Evil Dead 2 is funnier, but Evil Dead 1's the scarier of the two. So I'm never quite sure which one I like better, because, it's like the difference between Friday the 13th Part 4 and Part 6. Technically, I should like 2 better, but at the same time, I really like the scariness of the first one. But I do love Evil Dead 2. It's a fantastic movie. It could have been number 2 or number 3 or number 4. It could have been anywhere in there, but I just think at the end of the day, it's my favorite of 1987, if you don't count Predator. I should, mention that again. So Evil Dead 2 gets my number one, which isn't bad compared to the fan vote. Number one, it was the number one in the seeding, which I'm surprised because I figured Lost Boys would be number one in the seeding. Evil Dead 2 has like a 7.8 on IMDb. That's a high motherfucker, especially for that type of movie. And it got all the way to the finals before it lost to the obvious favorite, Lost Boys. So, obviously, we agree with these quote-unquote horror fans that are out there. We disagree. But Evil Dead 2, we all had that on our list. I had it the highest. No matter what you guys do right here, it feels like we had pretty different lists than we usually do as far as where we had things.
Yeah, a little bit.
So Vic, number Hellraiser is number one.
Yeah, it's simple. It's obviously the best movie of the year. Doug Bradley's kind of a god. Clive Barker is a god with AIDS, but it's still a god. And
he has AIDS.
Hey, it's okay.
I didn't know Clive Barker had AIDS. I didn't know.
No, he really does.
Here I am giving you all the information, Blakey. He's got AIDS, and he wouldn't even shake my hand. He gave me a fist bump.
Okay, so once upon a time, he was actually accused of giving his ex-boyfriend HIV 16 years ago. There was a lawsuit claiming that Barker urged Armstrong to get tested after he tested positive for HIV. So there you go.
That 16 years ago, he was accused of giving HIV to one of his boyfriend, and there was a lawsuit.
Yeah, his ex-boyfriend. Yep.
Ouch. Well, I still love Barker.
He won in court though.
So he really didn't give him AIDS?
Well, I guess I can get into it if you want. TMZ reported on it in 2012. I'll go ahead and elaborate since we brought it up. Okay, so Hellraiser and Candyman author Clive Barker just scored a big victory in court over his ex-boyfriend who accused Barker of having sex with his own HIV-positive cousin before passing the virus on to him. Yes, I just fucking read that. Because his ex's lawsuit has been tossed out of court forever. TMZ broke the story. Barker's ex-boyfriend, Emilian David Armstrong, sued the writer in June, claiming Barker gave him HIV in 1996, then kicked him out on the street, leaving him destitute. The lawsuit is crazy, with allegations of cousin sex, AIDS, S&M, and drug-fueled parties, but the judge ruled the case was baseless and should not go forward. The case had been previously thrown out, but the judge gave Armstrong the chance to rework his lawsuit with new evidence. Armstrong never followed through, so the dismissal is now permanent. If only I could get a copy of this complaint. Jesus fucking Christ.
No shit. Wow. I didn't know about the cousin thing. That's crazy.
No, I didn't either, but now you do.
Well, then, he's still a god. A cousin fucking AIDS having god.
It's fucking funny, though.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Todd Barker's still the fucking man.
It's fucking crazy, man. I wish I could find a copy of the complaint. I'd probably have to call I think it was in Los Angeles. I'm gonna call Los Angeles County Clerk tomorrow, see if I can get a copy of it.
That's so awesome.
But I mean, these fucking clerks are grumpy, but I'll talk to them to see if I can get a copy of that.
I mean, I'm just happy the man's finally healthy enough to travel around and do conventions so I can meet him.
Yep. Fucking crazy.
That's what it's all about. And he didn't give me the AIDS when I met him.
It's fucking crazy. It really is.
That's
so Blake,
why
we gave you some information you never had before.
Blake don't know what to think.
I didn't know he was English.
Who?
Hi, Barker.
Yeah, he's English. A lot of people forget that he wrote Candyman too.
Yeah, of course. You got to remember Candyman. Fuck, I like that better than Hellraiser, to be honest with you.
Yeah, of course.
It's just me. It's just me. All right, Blake. I want you to give your number one, which we all know what it is. Are we just going forward, just going to have pencil you in for a Nightmare on Elm Street movies at number one every year?
I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen in 1989 because as much as I love Nightmare on Elm Street 5, it just doesn't stack up to some of the others. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it.
You want to know why? Oh wait, maybe that's part 4. No. It's because Tuesday night's in part 4. That's really the issue. You shouldn't have that one too high. But, I know you penned a novel about it, so I'll leave you alone.
Which will be on your doorsteps probably a couple of days after Christmas. I'm sending you guys these copies out this weekend. So.
What a sweet man you are.
Well, let me know if you want me to sign them. I have no problem with that either. Just let
we
me know.
do, and we'll see. Yes.
You better sign it.
Fantastic.
So they can sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
There you go. I hope you still got your copies of the first book because those bitches are going for $2,000 a piece on eBay and on Amazon now. So check that shit out. Look it up. You sold yours for crack. What?
Yeah. And then I spoke to
shit. Jesus. So yes, my number one is the Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warriors. Yeah, yes it is. And as much as I'm jealous of your Nightmare on Elm Street 3 poster, Travis, I'm not as jealous now because I've got the last surviving piece of Robert's letter from part 4, so I think I'm doing okay.
Y'all want to hear some shit, and I don't know if this will mean anything to Blake because I don't know what kind of fan he is about this. Vic, did you know, you'll like this, okay, buddy? Did you know that when Troy and I were kids, we had a poster of David Robinson at Navy, autographed by David Robinson?
Like legit autographed?
Yes.
What? That's pretty awesome.
Ask Troy about it. In fact, I think we had 2 of them. And of course, neither one of them exists. We don't have either one of them anymore because we're kids and fucked them up.
Well, yeah, that's awesome.
I swear, ask Troy if you don't believe me. I swear to God, I'm not making it up.
How did y'all get those? Your dad?
I think my mom got it for us. My mom, she would get weird shit like that because she worked with a distillery, and so they would. I assume that's what it was. Once upon a time, we got Final Four shirts, the one that UNLV won.
Yeah.
Or Final Four hats. That's what it was. Final Four hats. So just random shit like that.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, the David Robinson thing. Just like the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 or 3 poster, it was something that was a staple of our wall when I was a kid, along with all those helmets that I told you about.
Yeah.
That Troy got mad and took the